Clock in, clock in. Black Gotti just walked in.
Bring my bread right now. Bring my money, nigga. Bring my bread right now. Don't even be late. Bring my bread right now. Bring my money, nigga. Bring my bread right now. Why they hate? Ese es el culo pa' atrás. Better that's all right now. Bring my bread right now. Bring my money, nigga. Bring my bread right now.
Team Black Gotti stand up, man. Yo, is it safe to say that New York is probably like the most disrespectful place right now? And for some reason, when I think about New York, I think about getting sturdy. But not too long ago, bro, my whole mindset on the whole New York music scene has changed. Everything has changed thanks to these Noties and these DD Summers. Everybody changed, you feel what I'm saying? Bobby Shmurda, we knew he was about that. But we was really liking the fact that he threw the hat and then never came back. You feel what I'm saying? But as far as this new era of drill going on in New York, it's beyond me. Y'all boys is beyond disrespectful. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't feel like we got everybody down packed. Nah, y'all take it easy on me. I'm slowly but surely learning the whole scenery. And if you ask me, the scenery is looking very much reddery and these boys greenery. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I'm used to hearing about 30 dudes on one song and they all got the same thing to say about they all. Like, really, nigga? Like, for real, bro? Like, it's that vibe, bro. You feel me? With that being said, y'all, if y'all didn't already like the video, like this video because you know it's finna be a banger, man. Let's get into this. The Tay-K of New York, AI Hound.
Tay-K is known for his viral track, The Race, which blew up back in 2017 while he was on the run for murder. Now, 2 years later, a 15-year-old rapper from New York took a page out of his book and did The Race after shooting an innocent bystander in the head. This is the true story of AI Hound, the Tay-K of New York.
Ain't this the same little dude we just seen in the video with Diddy? Or am I tripping? You feel me? And if they compare you to Tay-K, you a little bit too hot out here. You gotta be.
Before we dive in, shout out to OJ the Demon for their video on AI. Make sure y'all tap in with their channel. Not much is known about AI Hound's come up. He grew up in Yonkers, and CBS reported that his dad died when he was young. By the time he was 12, he was already in the streets. In 2015, he was charged with robbery after he pulled a knife on a dude and ran his pockets, but he didn't do no time for it. He was only 12 at the time, so he might have been too young for juvie. 2 years.
12? My nigga, you was 12 already running from 12? With the blicky? The hell is y'all boys learning in school? All y'all that look like y'all in middle school and tripping. What is y'all doing at school? What's really going on? Is the teachers even teaching y'all about classwork, math, reading? Like they teach y'all about Glocks and knives and stuff like that, bro. What's really going on here, bro? Am I missing out on something? Is this way over my head? I ain't gonna ever understand. What's really going on?
Years later, he got arrested again after the cops caught him with a loaded .380 pistol, but he still ain't get locked up. Then 1 year before he caught a murder case, AI was charged with stabbing someone in the leg during a fight. Somehow, he managed to stay out of legal trouble the whole time while he was putting in work for one of the most savage gangs in New York, the 300 Bloodhound Brims.
What is wrong with Lil Buddy? What's wrong with him? He is out here slinging iron for the whole set. Nobody has to do nothing. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna do it for everybody. Y'all just chill. They call me Hound. You feel what I'm saying? Straight from the dog pound. I'm ready to go stupid. Nigga crazy.
The 300 Bloodhound Brims is a blood set that's allegedly responsible for some of the most brutal crimes in Yonkers, including murdering a theater employee over a cell phone. On April 15th, 2017, a 300 Bloodhound Brim named Michael Pettiford walked up to Dage Thomas at the Cinema Deluxe Ridge Hill in Yonkers and started taunting him. Dage was just trying to do his job at the theater, but Pettiford wouldn't leave him alone and called him out for the fade. Dage told him he didn't want to fight, and then Pettiford grabbed his phone and ran off. Dage went after Pettiford to get his phone back, and the two of them got into a struggle, and that's when Pettiford pulled out a knife and stabbed Dage in the chest. Pettiford took the phone and just walked out of the theater while Dage fell to the floor and told the people around him he couldn't breathe. EMTs rushed to the scene to help, but Dage was pronounced dead later that night. Pettiford was eventually arrested and sentenced to 18 years in prison, and he pleaded guilty to manslaughter and robbery.
I know he ain't just crash out like that, nah. Can you please tell me what was so special about the phone that you took, my brother? Or you just must ain't had no phone. And 9 times out of 10, y'all, it probably was an iPhone 6 or something. Probably was an old generation iPhone, something that wasn't even worth it, bro. So you telling me you wanted that man phone that bad, you wouldn't give it back, and you decide to stab old boy. I don't get it. Like, what was in that phone that you needed? Like, did you have a picture of you shaking your ass in his phone or something? Like, what was in his phone that you needed it so bad for? It couldn't be that serious.
That wasn't the only savage attack the 300 Bloodhound Brims allegedly committed. On June 17th, 2021, a memorial was being held around North Broadway and Ashburton Avenue. The cops was already there monitoring the event because they knew gang members would be in the area, but they still couldn't stop what was about to happen. At around 9 p.m., a 33-year-old man walked into a convenience store near the memorial and was followed by 300 Bloodhound Brims. They confronted him inside the shop, then followed him back out into the street. As soon as he walked outside, one of the Bloodhound Brims hit him in the back with a liquor bottle. Then another ran up and knocked him onto the ground. While he was unconscious on the ground, 11 other members jumped in and started punching and kicking him in the body and head. The brutal attack was caught on camera, and by the time they all ran off, the victim was left with broken and missing teeth, cuts on his face and body, and bleeding in his brain. They also snatched 2 chains and a watch from him before they left. The detectives on the scene called in backup to help him chase down the suspects on foot, and 5 gang members were arrested within just a few minutes of the attack. Over the next few weeks, they went through surveillance footage frame by frame to identify the rest of them. When the investigation was finished, 13 300 Bloodhound Brim members was arrested, and 1 dude who repped the Mac Ball of Bloods went down with them. One of the Bloodhound Brims who was arrested that night was a dude named Belly Vels. Vels is a rapper from Yonkers and was allegedly shooting a video in the area when the beating went down. Vels has several tracks with AI, and it seems like he's just as reckless too. According to Yonkers Times, the 300 Bloodhound Brims is responsible for or involved in numerous violent activities in the city of Yonkers and surrounding municipalities, including felony assaults, robberies, and multiple acts of gun violence. And just a couple months before they stopped this dude out, they was also accused of being involved in the shooting of a 6-year-old child. AI Hound fit right in with the 300 Bloodhound Brims. The wild environment he grew up in turned him into a certified savage, but the street life caught up to him fast, and he ended up killing an innocent woman before he was even old enough to drive.
Oh yeah, these dudes really crazy. One thing I realized, a lot of sets that become known and become very dangerous or whatever the case may be, and disrespectful group of people, it's like a kid always get hurt in the mix of something that's done. It's either a kid that's with them get hurt from what they did to somebody else, whatever they try to do to somebody else, a kid end up being in the way. Like, bro, a kid always be in the picture.
April 25th, 2019, AI was at a park in Yonkers and allegedly snatched another dude's gold chain. He ran off with it, but the dude he robbed linked up with some friends and started hunting them down. Around 6:30 that afternoon, they saw AI on the corner of Lake Avenue and Morningside Place, and surveillance cameras caught what happened next. In the first clip, AI's ops can be seen hopping out of a car and chasing after him on foot. Then the second camera shows AI pull out his gun and bust a shot when the ops got close to him. He missed the target, but unfortunately, the bullet went past and hit an 18-year-old woman named Marilyn Martinez in the head.
And that be the problem. Y'all boys is out here and can't even aim. Kids is in the way. Girls is in the way. Hell, your auntie might end up being in the way, fam. Safe sex is the best sex, bro. Stop playing. You boys is out here, no protection. Just doing shit with your eyes closed. Stop it.
Marilyn lived just half a block from the area and was walking her 9-year-old sister to the store when she got hit. When the bullet struck her head, she yelled at her sister to run, then collapsed to the ground. Her life was tragically cut short by senseless violence, and her little sister watched it all happen. After the shooting, the cops connected AI to the murder almost immediately, and he went on the run. He made it all the way to North Carolina, but the feds was brought in to help track him down. The Yonkers police commissioner told CBS News, "We need information from the community to locate him. Again, we want to hold him accountable for his actions, and we're not going to stop until he's in custody." Reporters started looking into AI while he was on the run, and one of them found a Facebook post he made just 2 weeks before murdering Marilyn that said, "Stop shooting with your eyes closed. Innocent people are getting hurt." Tay-K did the race for 3 months before he was caught.
So you gonna tell them folks, stop shooting with your eyes closed, turn around, and shoot you with your eyes closed. Big dumb ass boy.
But AI turned himself in within a couple of weeks. The FBI had agents in Connecticut, Florida, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina looking for him, so it was only a matter of time before they caught up to him anyway. The police believe that he was getting help from other gang members to hide out, but it's almost impossible to get away from the FBI. When he first turned himself in, AI's lawyers tried to paint him as a good kid who got caught up in a bad situation. She said, he's a young man with no convictions, from a nice, humble family. This is a tragedy for everyone. He's here to say he's not guilty and he's gonna fight the case. But the prosecutors had a different idea of AI, and they even said that his mom helped hide him while he was on the run. AI's lawyer also said he only ran because of the media attention. She told the court he lived his whole life in Yonkers. They've been wanting to surrender him, but the circus surrounding this tragedy put them in a position where they wanted to do it properly. AI turned himself in without the cops ever finding him, but the mayor of Yonkers still tried to take credit. He said, "Today's surrender of Jameer Thompson is a direct result of the hard work and dedication of the Yonkers Police Department."
What the hell y'all did? Y'all ain't do. He turned himself in. Don't try to take credit for that and try to say things that y'all wasn't looking good enough. That boy turned himself in.
Their tireless efforts in tracking this individual gave him no other choice than to turn himself in for his crime against a young woman with a bright future. Some people from
That's
the area
crazy.
wasn't happy about police taking credit for the arrest when they ain't really do nothing. The Yonkers police also got a bad look after the attack in June 2021 when detectives on the scene waited for backup while the 300 Bloodhound Brims brutally jumped a dude in the street. Even though his lawyer said he'd fight the case, AI eventually pled guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to 9 years to life in prison. That means he'll serve at least 9 years, and then the courts will decide if he's fit to be released after that. If AI gets into any trouble, or they don't think he's changed his ways, he might be locked up for the rest of his life. It's tragic how much talent AI let go to waste. His homie Moolah G says he was one of the first drill artists from Yonkers.
I haven't heard nothing like that. 9 to life. That's why I was confused when you said 9 years. 9 years. That's not even a long time. So basically, you got to do 9 years, and then you go back to court, and then they decide if you deserve life or not. That's beyond me. Boy, you better be on your best behavior, you know.
Yonkers. And AI's music videos with him and Velly Vels have hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube. He hadn't been dropping music for very long, but it's clear he was working hard on his craft. His last videos was posted just a few weeks before he killed Marilyn, and he obviously had the skills to really blow up. But unfortunately, he was in too deep with the streets and ended up throwing it all away over a stolen chain. After AI turned himself in, Marilyn's brother told a reporter from CBS 2, "This is good. She will have peace. My family can now sleep."
Yeah, her brother look like a straight buddy. Like he be playing with rocks and stuff. What's going on here?
Later started to help her family pay for funeral expenses and therapy for her little sister who witnessed the shooting. Her family wrote on the fundraising page, "Someone took the life of an innocent baby. She'll never get to turn 19. She will never get to go prom shopping like we've talked about for hours at a time. She will never get to graduate high school with a Regents diploma that she was working so hard for or go to college. She will never get married or have children of her own. Hashtag justice for Marilyn because she deserves nothing less." The link for Marilyn's GoFundMe will be at the top of this video's description. Rest in peace to Marilyn Martinez. Hopefully, AI's time in prison will help him turn his life around. But in the meantime, at least her family can rest knowing that justice was found for her.
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. AI Hound seemed like one of those dudes who was really living what he rap about. You feel what I'm saying? Other than the other artists that I see doing their thing, I really can't really take it too serious. But you know, can't always judge a book by its cover though. You feel what I'm saying? I know that for a fact. But this situation just shows you how you cannot mix the rap game with real life. You feel what I'm saying? Like this is clear representation of if you live in that, you gotta live that. If you rapping, you gotta be a rapper. Like you can't really do both. You can't really be 1 foot in and 1 foot out, cause obviously it gonna end up catching with you, bro. And I don't care how you is, especially if you out here real deal roaming around doing this for real yourself. It's gonna catch up to you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? This is clear proof you really can't mix the two. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This dude seem like he don't got them all. You feel what I'm saying? He real deal cray. You feel me? And they tried to take credit for him turning himself in, but in all reality, he did the best thing he could do. I don't know why he ended up taking that plea, obviously, because he felt like there was no way he was going to beat the case. 9 years, that's good. But when they talk about 9 years to life, oh my God, that's like that's a little bit hard to deal with, especially when you're in a gang, then gotta go to jail. Still in that gang, you still gotta put in work for them folks. You feel what I'm saying? So it's gonna be hard for you to end up going home. Hopefully he on his best behavior. At the end of the day, he did take away a good girl's life. So at the end of the day, y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. You know, she ain't have nothing to do with whatever was going on. She just happened to be in the way, bro, and that's a sad situation. But that's not gonna take away from the fact her brother look like he on rocks. You feel what I'm saying, bro? Like a straight rock head, no cap. But yeah, man, AI Hound is real deal a vicious ass dude. You feel me? But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment below. I'm not done with that. Clock out, black guy. Just about that.